Good day, good day, good day, folks. All right, so this has been heavy on my mind for the last, I would say, I've thought this way, I've been thinking this way for a while, but this has been heavy on my mind, really heavy for the last, man, the last few days have been real heavy. So, this is my thing, man. I truly and honestly believe that men are being held to something that isn't even real. And what I'm talking about is cheating, right? Nobody has yet to answer my question as far as where it comes from and where the origin of it began, or what it actually means, right? Because infidelity, yes, that applies to actually being married. So if you've taken that oath, right, with your spouse under God, right? You've made that oath under God because God says that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, right? But he also says finding a virtuous wife is literally impossible in this world and on this land. So if infidelity applies to marriage only, right, you have to take that oath, you have to fully go through with that in order for you to be committing a sin against God. Then where does cheating actually come from? Right? What is the origin of cheating? Right? Because from what I'm reading, and trust me when I tell y'all, I always got my book. It's just that I'm not always making my posts about that, but trust me, I always got my sword with me all the time, right? And when I'm reading and when I'm studying, because I've made plenty of posts of me being outside and studying and talking about different verses and things like that on my last YouTube page, I did that plenty of times. So, and everybody should know by now that when the weather's nice, I like to come outside and I like to read and study. For some reason, it just feels better. I understand it better, and I just get the downloads come to me more when I'm sitting under the sun reading the word. And for anybody that says, and for the people that will always say, the Bible's written by men and stuff like that, well, I'm gonna start posting things, right? I'm gonna start quoting actual scriptures where the scripture is actually, you start to understand that the scripture is talking to one particular group, right? His people. God is talking and informing his people about how to deal with and overcome another group of people. Right? So, but that's for another post. I want to know, where in scripture does it explain cheating? Where does it come from? What's the origin of it? Who started it? Where did it start? What is cheating? What is it? Because so many men have been held to this and charged with this, and according to God, you shouldn't even be sleeping with a man or a woman outside of marriage, right? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of all of these same things. It's just that I'm starting to get a better understanding of it. I actually read the word and I process what I'm reading, right? He gives me the knowledge and the understanding, the wisdom, the knowledge and the understanding to process what I'm reading properly. So that's why I thought to start asking, well, where does it come from? What is the origin of cheating? Because from beginning up to Isaiah, I found nothing that explains cheating. the term cheating, it's not in there. There's no definition of it. The only thing I have found in Proverbs is just infidelity, going outside of your marriage. That's the no-no. But other than that, where does it come from? So why are men, right? Why are men, and even women too, why are people in general being held to this cheating standard and it doesn't actually exist? Where's the origin of it? Where's the beginning of it? Like, somebody help me with this, please, because it's becoming more and more of a thing. I'm like, yo, so many people have ruined their relationships and broken up with people and all this stuff for cheating, when cheating is not even a real thing. So, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. That's the point of dialogue, right? Because I'm trying to learn something here. And if somebody has a better understanding of me, a better understanding than me on this topic, then please help me out. Help me to understand it more clearer. But again, cheating, not infidelity. Infidelity is clearly explained. Cheating, I want to know what that is. I want to know where it comes from. I want to know the beginning of it, where it started, and why are people being charged and held to a standard that isn't even real. I need some help with that, please.